Hey kids, Mr. Fly here, hope you're well. Now, if you're one of those hardy souls that has to ride their motorcycle every day, maybe you have to ride your bike to work or whatever, and that means you ride in all weathers, come rain, snow, shine, whatever, you'll know how important it is and how difficult it is to stay warm on your bike when the temperatures start to properly plunge. Well, this year, I had a bit of an epiphany. I think I may have found the holy grail when it comes to keeping warm on the bike. If you're that person, stick around and stay tuned. This video's for you. Okay, so when I say I think I may have found the holy grail when it comes to keeping warm on your bike, what am I talking about? Well, what I'm talking about is heated clothing. This is the year that I've discovered heating clothing. I've been wearing it this last winter and it has absolutely transformed my bike riding. I thoroughly recommend it to you if you have to ride your bike every day. So specifically what I've been wearing are a pair of heated gloves. I'm not going to talk about these too much, but just so you know the gloves I've been using, these are Keis G601s. Maybe we'll do a review of those on another occasion, but I've been wearing those gloves. But the subject of this video today is this very jacket I'm wearing. This is the Gerbing, let me make sure I get it right, Heated MicroWire Pro Basic Jacket liner. Basically, it's a heated jacket. And I was a little bit sceptical. I've held off getting heated kit for ages, but this year, as I say, I've gone for it, and it really has transformed my riding. It takes away all the anxiety about am I going to be warm enough on the bike. So anyway, enough going on about how great heated clothing is. You get that message. Let me tell you a bit about this jacket specifically. Okay, so what is this jacket then? Well, let me show you. So I'll stop tapping the mic. It's basically, and sorry, there's my mic lead. It's a jacket that you wear underneath your outer jacket. It's very soft and pliable, and it packs down to a small size if you want to. It's got like heated microwires that run all across the jacket, the fronts, the sleeves, even around the neck as well, which is what makes the Gerbing one quite special. Not all heated jackets do that. It's got apparently 30 metres of wiring within this jacket. I won't take it off because it will spoil what's going on with the microphone, but it is very comfortable. Take it from me, it's made from a sort of a soft, cottony, not fleecy material, but it feels a bit like wearing a fleece. And even when you wear it as a normal jacket, as I am now, I mean, I'm recording this part of the video at night time. It's -2 outdoors, and believe me, it's not warm in this garage. It just works as a warm top anyway. But add to that the heated wiring, and it's absolutely brilliant. So that's what it is. Let me tell you a bit about the marketing blurb, what it says about the features and functions. Okay, so the marketing blurb then. What it says here, water repellent and durable polyester construction. Well, as you wear it as underneath your outer jacket, I don't know how you'd ever want to get this wet or how you'd test it getting wet, but apparently it is water repellent, so it's got to be a good thing, although you're not going to use it as a waterproof jacket, clearly. It's got a Thinsulate insulation within the lining. That's one of those proprietary insulation type brands, and well, as I say, it feels warm to me in here, even when it's not in heated mode. It's compressible for easy storage, so again, it's one of those things that's easy. If you're going touring and you don't quite know what the weather's going to do, you can stuff this in your luggage and it doesn't take up an awful lot of room, so that's a plus point. It says here, form-fitting design and sizing to fit snugly and easily under your outer motorcycle garments. Fitting snugly in it. Does it fit snug? What do you think? I don't know. I think it actually looks quite good. It's better when it's done right up. Again, I won't do that because of the microphone, but yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. It feels comfy, and you could get away with just wearing it as a normal warm jacket anyway, as I say. Heating element pads on the chest, back, collar and sleeves. So it is heated throughout. It's not just it's not just like a waistcoat arrangement. Water repellent zip close, interior and exterior pockets. Voila. As I'm modelling. Silky soft microdenia collar. And it is quite soft actually to wear, so that works. Lifetime warranty on heating elements, battery harness, cable fuse and temperature controller all included. And just in case you're wondering, the where you plug this thing in is just here, just in this pocket at the front. There's this little lead and you plug that bit into your motorcycle. Now I've gone for an optional harness, looks like this. Here we go. In fact, this is the little heat temperature controller that comes with it. So you plug that in there, and then this bit plugs into your bike. Now, you can wire it direct to your battery. It comes with a battery harness, so you can wire it directly in and then you just plug it and unplug it. Or you can do like I've done. I bought this adapter, which allows me to plug this directly into my battery charge fly leads, which I have fitted to all my bikes. Now, I use the same battery charger on all my bikes that has that particular sort of connector. Don't know if you can see that. So it means that by using this adapter on the end of this harness, plugs in there, all waterproof connectors, as you can see. In you go. It means I can use this heated jacket on any of my bikes, which makes it really handy. The downside is, it now means I've got quite a long lead that I have to hide in that pocket. It is possible and it is doable, but it is a bit of a faff. But anyway, it does mean I can use it on all my bikes, which is great. What else does the marketing blurb say? that's it for the marketing blurb. You'll be glad to hear. All right, so much for what it's supposed to do. What's it actually like on the bike? Let's go and jump on and try it in earnest. So here I am riding my trusty GS on a fairly typical British winter's day. I'm recording this in December. It's 8.5 degrees according to my sat-nav. Hopefully you can see that. So not a terribly cold day, but certainly not a warm day to be on a bike either. It's cold enough to for me to be having my thermal leggings on underneath my jeans. I've also got my heated seat, heated grips, I've even got heated gloves on today, so I'm going for it as far as heated stuff is concerned. But I've got the Gerbing jacket on underneath my, this is just my Oxford jacket, my trusty Oxford jacket, which is a relatively long jacket. So in use, the Gerbing itself, a bit of a faff because I'm plugged into the battery connector down here. Bit of a faff to you know, get on the bike and tuck the wires away so that they're not going to be dangling down and doing anything dangerous. Annoyingly, my battery connector is on the right hand side of the bike, but the Gerbing jacket has all the cables on the left hand side, so whatever happens on this particular bike I have to wind the cables across. But once you're hooked in and plugged in, all is well. Jacket heats up really quickly, probably, you know, literally 20 seconds. I'm on the mid setting. I can already feel the heat on the jacket coming through, and all I'm wearing underneath my outer layer, my Oxford jacket, is the Gerbing jacket. I haven't got the thermal liner on the jacket. It's just in summer configuration. Then I've got the Gerbing jacket, and then I've got an Oxford base layer on underneath it. That's it, just the 3 layers. And I have to report I'm absolutely toasty. It's absolutely beautiful. Around my torso and my back feels lovely and warm. As far as my arms are concerned, it feels like it's just the tops of my arms that it's heating. Can't really feel it on the backs, but it's the tops and the front, of course, is the most important when you're on the bike, because when you're not stuck in traffic like this and you've got lots of cold airflow going over you, it's the fronts that are going to get colder. A good bit of filtering is required. What's going on here? In terms of comfort, the Gerbing jacket, very nice. It's got quite a nice soft material. It feels just like wearing a normal fleece, something like that, which I would normally wear under a jacket anyway, even if I wasn't going heated. Never too sure if I'm allowed to go down this little path or not, but in this case I'm going to. Otherwise I'll be here all day. So yeah, nice and comfortable, feels nice and soft. It's not too bulky, doesn't stop my movement. I mean, I can move around very freely. And yeah, I'm absolutely toasty. Temperature's gone up a little bit now, like 8.5 degrees. But yeah, really, really warm on the bike. And an absolute winner when it gets down to those temperatures where it's, you know, closer to 0. I tend not to ride the bike when it's, if there's a danger of freezing. I'm lucky I don't have to ride my bike. And I just don't like riding on ice. It's never going to end well for me. So I don't ride in much colder conditions than down to about 2 or 3 degrees. And let me tell you, I've done that a lot, it is not funny riding in those sort of temperatures. This jacket absolutely makes life so much more comfortable, to the point that even though I'm riding here in the middle of winter, I'm recording this in December, temperature and whether I'm cold or not just isn't a factor, because I feel absolutely toasty. It's lovely. So yeah, big thumbs up for the Gerbing jacket as far as use on the bike is concerned. Okay, so just a quick add-on. What I was saying about the jacket being a bit of a pain to plug in, look, here's the lead. Comes out of the left side of the jacket. I've sort of roosted it slightly right, and then I have to plug it into this side of the bike, into where I've got my my Optimate charger thing, so that's a bit of a faff. And then in terms of the layers I've got on, I've just got my Oxford jacket, as you can see, which is the laminated jacket. And then I've got the Gerbing jacket straight under that, which is the heated one, toasty as you like. And then I've got a t-shirt, and then I've got a base layer. And as I say, on a day like today, actually it's a bit of overkill. I'm absolutely toasty on here. One thing I do like is this little bit in the neck here that just allows the zip to go away neatly. Means you don't get rubbed by the zip. Just little things like that they thought about. That's good. Anyway, back to the garage. Alright, so it works absolutely fine on the bike then, and in that piece that I recorded actually a month ago, that was done back in December, it's now January and I'm doing this bit. I was riding, as I said, at about 7.5 degrees. I've since ridden in much, much colder weather, down to 3 degrees in fact today, and again, works absolutely fine. So take it from me, it works absolutely as it says on the tin as far as keeping you warm. But are there any downsides to it? Now, as ever, I've made some notes as I've been using it to make sure I don't miss anything. And there aren't many downsides, it has to be said. First thing is, as I just mentioned, it's a bit of a faff packing the wiring into the pocket, particularly when you've got your gloves on, particularly if you're using the heated gloves. I mean, you've got your outer jacket on, you've got the big bulky gloves on, and you're trying to pack all that away and plug it into the bike. That is a bit of a faff. What you can do is buy an optional battery pack that Gerbing do, which means you don't no longer plug it into your bike, but you carry batteries in the pocket instead. They're all plugged in before you go, you just have to turn the jacket on. I like the sound of that because it means you can then use it on any bike, and that means I could then use this when I'm using lone bikes. I can't do that at the moment. The downside, of course, is you then subject to the, how long are the batteries going to last. So if you're doing a really long ride, the batteries could run out. So you have to make your choice, but I might well get those batteries. Anyway, so that's one downside, a bit of a faff with the wiring. That's always the case with heated stuff. I have to say, though, it's worth the faff for the warmth that you get. It really is. And that's basically it. That's all I've written. A bit of a faff putting the wiring in the pocket, and, it might be better with a battery pack, and that's it. So anyway, I know what you're thinking. How much does the thing cost? Well, and where you can get it. Well, I always recommend Sports Bike Shop. They don't pay me anything to recommend them. I'm not in any way sponsored by them. But I do find that their service, their delivery and their prices are all pretty good. And if you go to Sports Bike Shop at the moment, you can buy this very jacket for £199. I'll put a link below in the description. There are cheaper versions of heated jackets that Gerbing and others make that you can get from Sports Bike Shop. You can get to them all via that link below. And there's a more expensive version of this very jacket, which is called the Pro, I think, which has extra wires in the pocket that allows you to plug things like other gloves and what have you into it. I haven't done that because I've got a different make of gloves. These gloves I've been using, by the way, I haven't talked about them much, but these are the Keis G601s. I might do a proper review of these at some point. A number of you have mentioned them because you've seen me wearing these on videos that I've been doing. These are excellent too. These are battery powered. I'll stick a link below to these as well. I've used many different types of heated gloves. I found these Keis G601s to be both flexible, comfortable, properly warm, and most importantly, very protective as well. They're definitely my favourite heated gloves that I've used to date, and they're about my 4th pair of heated gloves since I've been riding. Anyway, link below to those as well. Anyway, back to the jacket. So yeah, not really much downsides, except maybe the cost. But as I said at the start of the video, if you're one of those people that has to ride their bike every day to work, then it's no fun if you're cold on the bike. Not to mention dangerous. Your concentration lapses. You start to ride faster than you should because you're just desperate to get home. One of these things means you have none of that, and it just makes riding a joy in the winter. So much more doable than if you didn't have the heated clothing. So I do thoroughly recommend heated clothing to you. The Gerbing jacket is the only heated jacket I've ever used, so I can't say this is the best jacket out there. All I can say is I've found it pretty good. I've no desire to change it. I might get the battery pack, as I mentioned, just so it's a bit more flexible in terms of the bike so I can use it on. But seems very good to me. If you're interested, do check out the links below and go and have a look at that. Okay, so I hope that was of interest to you. Don't forget, if you've not seen my videos before, I don't just do kit reviews here on the Mr. Fly, but I do absolutely everything and anything to do with motorcycles, be it trips and tours at home and abroad, things here in the garage about how to look after your motorcycle. I do monthly bike news, I do the odd live stream, basically anything and everything to do with motorcycles. I try and cover it here on the Mr. Fly. If you hit that subscribe button, if you haven't done so already, it would be fantastic to have you along to the next video. Alrighty, that's it for now. Look forward to speaking to you next time. Till then, this has been the Mr. Fly. Cheerio.